As we step into the new year and you're deciding to whether to buy or rent a home, what makes the most sense for you depends on a lot of factors. But considering this, owning a home can have a huge impact on your net worth. So let me show you. Take a look at this graph. It shows that on average, a home owner's net worth is about $400,000. Meanwhile, the average renter's net worth is only about $10,000. That means a homeowner's net worth is roughly 40 times higher than a renter's. And here's one reason why. When you rent it, your monthly payment covers your housing costs, but you don't get anything in return for your investment. But when you own your home, your monthly payments, they work like they're forced. It's like a forced savings account. And as you pay your home loan down, as home prices rise, you build equity. And the equity can help you grow wealth over time. If buying a home is on your goal sheet for this year, let's talk about the perks of home ownership and how to get started. So, we bought our original home in 2001. So we've been through, with me and my husband, we've been through crashes, or at least, that major crash, and experienced it and how scary everything was. And you never know when it's going to fall and how deeply it's going to fall. But the one thing that stood true is if you can consistently afford your payment, then you can weather the storm, and weathering the storm will get you a lot further. And it's just like, it would just be like a rent payment. You still owe rent. It's just, you have to owe a rent that you can afford just in case anything happens with your job, have savings. All those things still apply. But with homeownership, you have to kind of think more long-term and realistically understand what it's going to mean for you financially in the short term as well as the long term. So if you have any questions on what adjustments need to be made in order to start owning a home, feel free to ask. Sometimes people want the perfect home in the perfect location at the perfect price. You can't have them all. It's really great if you can, and maybe that just really didn't mean that you have the perfect everything. Maybe your expectations were very reasonable. But most people, it takes a while for them to develop what proper expectations are for affordability, and what, because renting, you can rent in a more higher end area for a lower price. That's why a lot of people, that's one of the big draws for renting, and the fact that you don't have to deal with all the costs of home ownership. There are costs for maintenance, and if anything fails, you can't call the landlord. You got to deal with that. So it's not just the roses. You have to know all the whole pictures. Is it right for you? When is it going to be right for you? Will it never be right for you? What are you sacrificing, and what are you benefiting from your current situation? And if you need conversation about that, feel free to give me a call.